On today's episode of LiveLeanTV, I'm sharing the best protein sources for vegans and vegetarians. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm working.
Why?
Because I wanted to film a video before I come upstairs.
Okay. Well, I just want to watch.
Oh, okay. In the past, I've done multiple videos on the best sources of protein, which all included animal protein sources. However, on a past coaching call inside our Team LiveLean group, one of the members said he was mostly vegan and was wondering how to get enough amino acids and vitamin B12. On top of that, I also received the following question on my Instagram.
Demeetsy, I have never eaten meat. I eat seafood. What would you recommend for me to live lean? I find it hard to get enough protein.
Well, since you asked, I deliver. But before I share the best protein sources for vegans and vegetarians, I should be first clear and upfront with you. I believe you get the most complete sources of nutrition from eating a whole food diet comprised of humanely raised meat and poultry, wild fish, nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables. So in other words, I am not an expert on vegetarian or vegan eating, nor do I personally follow this approach. However, I get it and respect your choice if you ethically don't believe in killing animals for meat. So based on that, it's important for me to be open and do my best in sharing what other non-meat eating vegetarians and vegans do for protein. But first, make sure you tap the like button below to support this channel and tap that subscribe button with notifications turned on so you never miss an episode. All right, let's do this. So based on the question, it doesn't sound like the person is vegan since they mentioned they eat seafood, which is a great source of protein. So essentially, they just said they don't eat meat. So if that just means red meat, you could also include more chicken and poultry in your diet. However, if you also don't eat poultry, it sounds like you may just be closer to a pescatarian diet. So if this is the case, as a pescatarian, you could also consume dairy and eggs, which are both higher in protein. However, for this video, let's assume you are vegan or vegetarian. So first of all, if you are vegan or vegetarian, the good news is you're not going to lose all your muscle and shrivel away to nothing due to protein deprivation. It's been proven that you can still change your body by getting enough protein without eating meat as long as you learn how to do it properly. So this includes focusing on eating the right types and combinations of foods that will allow your body to get the full spectrum of the 22 muscle building amino acids. This is important because amino acids are considered the building blocks to build, repair, and recover muscle and other tissues in your body. Now, since meat and other sources of animal protein are considered a complete source in all 22 amino acids, it tends to be easier to get enough protein as a meat eater. However, as a vegan or vegetarian, one of the ways to consume complete protein sources is via food pairing or food combining. For example, when you pair certain foods together, such as beans and rice, the combination of the amino acids within those two foods creates a complete protein source that will help you build muscle more effectively. So with all that said, let's get into the best protein sources for vegans and vegetarians. First of all, lacto-ovo vegetarians and even some vegans eat eggs and dairy such as Greek yogurt. So if you do, those would be some of your go-to protein sources as well as protein powder supplements. So by having 1 to 2 protein shakes a day, you can easily add 40 grams of protein to your diet. And if you are a lacto-ovo vegetarian and consume dairy and eggs, go with a whey protein isolate powder or an egg white protein powder. If you don't consume dairy or eggs, go with a plant-based protein powder such as pea protein powder, a hemp protein powder, or a plant-based protein powder mixture like this one from our friends at Earth Nutri. You can also use coupon code LiveLeanTV25 to save 25% off your order. Now, if you are a vegan that doesn't consume dairy or eggs, here are the best protein sources for vegans. Let's first talk about nuts and nut butter, including almonds, pistachios, cashews, walnuts, hazelnuts, and Brazil nuts. Also, you have high protein legumes like peanuts and peanut butter, lentils, black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, fava beans, chickpeas, and peas. Next, we have seeds like hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, and sesame seeds. And we also have grains like quinoa, oats, whole grain bread, brown rice, and nutritional yeast. Lastly, although it's not what I recommend, some vegans get their protein from soy-based foods, including soybeans, edamame, tempeh, and tofu. So here's the bottom line on the best protein sources for vegans and vegetarians. You can still get lean without eating meat and having a lot of protein in your diet. And even though a lot of the current vegan bodybuilders and fitness athletes have originally built their strong and muscular physique by eating animal protein, there are a few athletes who have been lifelong vegans. So based on this, it is possible to get enough protein as a vegetarian or a vegan, but as shown earlier, you just have to pay more attention to food combining to ensure you are getting a complete profile of muscle building amino acids. And before I finish the video, I just want to clarify my thoughts on what being lean means versus being skinny. So the difference of being lean versus being skinny, to me, being lean is when you have a beach body, which includes having good muscle mass and definition. Being lean is not somebody who is skinny with no muscle. Sure, a skinny person may have abs because they have very little body fat, but they also don't have much muscle or strength. So if that is you, I would recommend more protein to gain muscle, since protein is the building block of muscle. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of help. I appreciate you for spending the time with me today, and keep living lean. Today's question of the day: have you ever tried going vegan? And if so, are you still vegan? So now I want you to go watch this video right over here on the best protein sources from animal protein.